All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rukakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. And Shalom to the hopeful elect on the highways and byways pushing the truth. That's your brother Rabbi Knapp coming out with a lesson. Lord willing, it's edifying. A lot of shit's been going on. You know, we had the earthquake just happened in New York on the second day. And I was watching this video of, I forgot this brother's name. Actually, he might even be an Edomite, but he puts out good news every now and again. He said the earthquake came all the way from Alaska, and the way the vibration went all the way down into Texas and shot up right into New York, man. You know, so you know the Lord's sending signs. These are signs that the Heavenly Father's doing. You know, because what could Esau do? Esau got the military. He got everything. But what can he do to stop wildfires? He can do nothing to do that. What can he do to stop a tornado? He can't do nothing to stop a tornado. What can he do to have like a volcano? You know, natural disasters, earthquakes, lightning bolts, and all that. He can't direct where lightning goes. You know, that's how you know the Lord's doing all these things. All right, and a lot of people, they're not paying attention to these things. They think that's just, you know, they call it a natural disaster. They would never think there was thought behind that. There was a counsel behind that, and there was approval from on high to allow these things to happen. They don't look at it like that. They look at it the way Esau displays it on the news channel. They'll tell you, you know, there was, there's tectonic plates, and the weather system, is moving this way. The different currents are creating this weather pattern. And he don't know that that he's not telling them that the Lord's doing this. That's not the news, man. Okay. And that just goes to show you how carnal our people are, how they're not ready, how they're not measuring the times. They're not looking at what's going on out here. They're out here groping in noonday. They don't know what the hell's going on. I got a preset. This is the book of Psalms 37 and verse 18. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. Yeah, their inheritance of the upright, talking about the elect men of Israel, their inheritance is forever. It's an everlasting rulership. It's everlasting life. Okay? It's being right with our power. That's going to be our inheritance, and that's going to last forever. But Esau's inheritance, which is the sword, which is wickedness, which is death, that's going to come to an end. All right? And it's coming to an end every day. You can see it on the news. Every week, you can name about 3 or 4 things that are happening globally that everyone knows about. There's things happening in Taiwan. We know about that earthquake. Okay? We know about the earthquake in New York. This is what we watch for. Some people might watch it, kick back. Man, I wanted to throw a party. Because if the Lord ain't roar, if you don't hear the Lord roaring, man, then you lost out here. It's the book of Psalms 37 and 19. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. Yeah, because famine's going to be coming soon. And the Lord ain't just going to be sending earthquakes. He's going to be sending wars. He's going to be sending pestilence. Did you hear about the bird flu in your milk? Yeah, a lot of people don't know about that. They're finding bird flu in the milk. Okay? And all these different, who knows what the hell he's doing with these animals. But he's doing it so y'all can get sick. But those are those pestilences that he's using the so-called white man to put in your food. Okay, it's really coming from the Lord. Esau don't really get no credit for none of his wicked devices, man. That's just the Heavenly Father smacking y'all with his left hand. But he's about to get real, those hits are gonna get harder and harder. He's letting you know it's coming. It's the book of Psalms 37 and 20. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume into smoke. Salakia. They shall consume into smoke shall they consume away. Yeah, because those thermonuclear missiles are going to consume away Babylon, man. It's going to consume away the wicked's rulership, okay? Which is right here in America, if you didn't know that. All right? This place is going to be destroyed, and you're going to destroy it systematically, slowly, all right? He's going to give you the pestilence. He's going to give you the famine. He just took out the bridge in Baltimore. That's just one bridge. I just read in the news, I'm out here in Massachusetts. The news said that we got one of the largest bridges in New England, okay? And I wouldn't be surprised if that get taken out. But there's multiple bridges out here. You know, I don't know how big that is in trade routes, but the trucks, you know, brothers who truck, they know they can't take, there's certain routes that they can't take. So that's messing up different routes, trucking routes. You might take this bridge out, now he got to go a lot farther. That costs more gas, more miles. That costs more for you to get the item. Okay? Then right after that, he went for another bridge. People think that's coincidental. Just like when those train systems were derailing. Multiple train after train after train started derailing after that. You still think that's a coincidence? Okay, there's toxins in the ground. The ground absorb these things. And don't you know your water supplies are underneath the ground? That's how your water table can get contaminated. And Esau does all these things, man. But the Heavenly Father's using Esau to do it. All right? So don't be fooled by the news.
What is that picture?
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 10 and verse 3. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua will not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish, but he chaseth away the substance of the wicked, okay? So he's chasing away the substance of the wicked, man. He's chasing away their, Salakia, please drop by and just. Woman right there in the corner, all corners. So you take a picture. It look like I'm taking a picture. Idiot. Let me read that again. This is Proverbs 10 and 3. The Lord would not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish. So, you know, you ain't gonna be famished out here when this food starts disappearing, when these stores start disappearing, when you can't go to Polo Campero and go get you some cheap ass chicken. That's not gonna work. Dollar City, that's all that shit's gonna be closed. They got a supermarket down here, that shit's gonna be closed. Okay? Esau's the Lord's gonna shut all these stores down. Ain't gonna be nowhere to go and get food. Ain't no animals in the city either, so y'all gonna be eating each other. But he casteth away the substance of the wicked. Yeah, the wicked ain't gonna be able to find or have food in that time, okay? You're gonna be famished, you ain't gonna have no substance, all right? Money's gonna be digital. That paper money that you give to Esau to hold every week, that's gonna be digital. What kind of life is that? You get money and you give it to the so-called white man every damn week. That's wicked, okay? That's why we have a system like that to put in place for you wicked-ass Israelites. Because y'all deserve this. But wait until he takes away this store too. Wait until he takes away the bank. What are you gonna do then? When your money's worth nothing? This wicked lady always looking at me, but just she walks by and looks Gives you this mean, wicked, evil look. But it's all good, man. I love that. I love that, man. It's nothing like being persecuted for the Lord. Because if you're not teaching the Bible, people will walk right by you. They act like you ain't even there. It's just like sitting on a bus. You ain't talking to your person in front of you. But when you bringing out the word of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and you're gonna get weird looks. You're gonna see the demons, because these people are wicked and they're gonna die. That's the beautiful part about it. Okay? Because you think you're doing it to me, but you're doing it to the Lord. All right? It's the book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 8. Their visage is blacker than a coal. Okay? That visage is talking about your appearance, your countenance. Okay? Their visage is blacker than a coal. They are not known in the streets. Their skin cleaveth to their bones. It is withered. It is become like a stick. Okay, that's talking about a famine. All right, during the Babylonian times. Okay, the Lord said his servants are going to eat, and he's going to laugh at you during your calamity, because you ain't seeking the Lord while you got all this grace. You got all this grace. You wake up, the Lord gives you energy. You know, are they seeking the Lord with the time that the Lord gave them? No. They're seeking Polo Comparo. Okay, which is like this chicken store. They sell like fried chicken and other things like that. All right. But, you know, some of these faces that walk by here every day, never inquiring about the Lord, we're going to see you in that day, and your visage you ain't going to look the same when you ain't got no food. Just like a crackhead, you go to jail, get all big when he's in jail. You come out here, you look like a skinny nut. You look like nothing from smoking crack. That's what the famine does. When you ain't got nothing to eat, you're going to look worse than a crackhead out here. You ain't got nothing to eat, your skin sticking to your bones. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Lamentations 4 and 9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. Yeah, it's better to get shot in your head than to die of a famine. Okay? It's better that you die that way. So right now, the Lord's taking out a lot of people, man. That might be your blessing, because we headed into some worse times that the world has ever seen it before. Okay? You might have someone who recently just kicked the bucket, you crying for him, but you know what? He's gonna be doing better than you, because the Lord might be reserving your ass for this famine or what I'm talking about. All right? Because a lot of our people, they're fucking wicked. They're evil. They practice voodoo. Okay? They're from all these wicked, and that's why they're here. The Lord is preserving these people so they can get put to death, okay? So they can be slain with the sword. And famine is part of that sword. Pestilence is part of that sword. Okay? It's the book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and 10. The hands of the pitiful woman have sodden their Salakia. Lamentations 4 and 10. The hands of the pitiful woman have sodden their own children. They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. That's talking about these women, man. They were eating their kids during this time when they besieged Babylon. All right? And you modern day Babylon, and they're going to besiege it again. Okay? And you the same spirit that was sodden in your... Sodden means to boil. All right? They boiled their children during that time. That's right in the Bible. All right? And it's talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American. That's a curse on you women. So when you come to that time, when you sodden in your children, okay, just know the Lord did that to you. All right? He put that curse on you because he hates you. All right? So all these proud looks that these women give, it's okay. It's all right. Because if you ain't being hated for the Lord, you living a life full of vanity. If people don't look at you and hate you, it says, woe unto you if people speak well of you, roughly paraphrase. You want people speaking well of you, man. Unless it's about the Lord. So I appreciate the dirty looks. Because if she was smiling at me, then I'm probably looking too cute out here. Okay? Maybe I need to mess up my bed a little bit more. Maybe my bed need to grow out a little bit more. If I look approachable. You know? All right, let's jump around. Let's go to second Edges. It's the book of Second Edges, chapter 15 and 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. The word prophecy means to say before, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, because the Lord's going to put these words in his men's mouth, because that's how he speaks to his people, through his prophets. Second Edges 15 and 2. And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. You got it written on paper. You got a Bible, right? Not only is it written on paper, it's digitally written too, right in your phone. You can download an app. You can read exactly what I'm saying, and you can learn for yourself. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Incredulity means that non-belief. Just because you don't believe, we're not going to be worried about your vain imaginations. Things that come into your mind, okay? Because we know the heart is deceitful above all things. So your imaginations it don't mean anything. That's just what they are, they're imaginations. All right? It's not prophecy. They're vain. Second Edges 15 and 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Yeah, a lot of people are unfaithful, especially you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Y'all unfaithful to the Lord. All right? But don't worry, because he's faithful and true to his word. So if you ain't doing the will of the Lord, you're going to die. Simple as that. He don't love you. He's not going to hug and kiss you. He's going to kiss you with this famine. He's going to kiss you with pestilence. All right? He's going to kiss you with destruction. And he's going to be hugging you when you're suffering, when you're famished, when your skin starts cleaving to your bones. Okay? If that's what you mean by getting a hug from the Lord, that's what's coming out here. If you call that love, then hey, that's like calling your enemy your friend. Because he's against 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Because you come up against brothers who's teaching the word. All right? You come up and scoff. You do none of the work of the Heavenly Father, but you want to scoff at the brothers who do. All right? And he's taking note, and you're going to be charged with that. There's a heavenly court that got paperwork on you 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? Actually, matter of fact. Oh, yeah. Second Edges 15 and 5. Behold, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, I will bring plagues upon the earth. Salakia. Second Edges 15 and 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Yeah, they go that famine again. The sword, death and destruction. And plagues, just like he did Egypt. All right? He contaminated the water, turned it into blood. All right? He had the locusts. He sent the locusts out. He sent frogs abundantly. It was darkness in Egypt. He went around and killed the firstborn of the Egyptians. He sent 10 plagues on Egypt. And we're in modern day Egypt, and those same things are going to happen in this time. Matter of fact, let's go over here to 2 Kings. The book of 2 Kings, chapter 6, verse 24. And it came to pass after this, that Ben-Hadad, king of Syria, gathered all his hosts and went up and besieged Samaria. And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it, until an ass's head, an ass is a donkey. An ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver. 80 pieces of silver. And the fourth part of a cab of dove's dung. Now a cab is the Hebrew measurement, I believe, for a liter, okay? Of dove's dung. Dung is shit, okay? So for a liter of dove shit, for 5 pieces of silver. So if y'all want to start a business, the Lord got a nice little business for you, okay? And there ain't that much meat on a donkey head either, okay? And you can sell that for 80 pieces of silver. You convert that, might be a lot of money in this time, but money ain't gonna save you. All right, the equivalent of 80 pieces of silver today is, who knows what that is. But pretty much it's gonna cost a lot for a little. And that 80 pieces of silver might equate to you giving something up you don't want to give. You might have to do something strange for some change. All right? You might run into a Diddy. All right? He might tell you, you know, hungry? You know, get down on your knee. It's the book of 2 Kings 6:26. And as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, Help, my lord, O king. And he said, If the Lord do not help thee, whence shall I help thee? Out of the barn floor or out of the winepress? So if the Lord ain't gonna help you, how can I help you? And he's a king, okay? But during a famine, your riches profit you nothing, okay? And she's asking for him to, he ain't got nothing to give you. All right? 2 Kings 6:28. And the king said unto her, What aileth thee? And she answered, This woman said unto me, Give thy son that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow. So we boiled my son and did eat him. And I said unto her on the next day, Give thy son, and we may eat him. And she had hid her son. So, you know, here it is asking the king if we could eat the king's son. So they ate the king's son, and then the woman hid her son. It's going to be a grimy time during that time. Okay? That's talking about cannibalism. All right? Even though that goes on today, you know, if you don't know Esau Edom's a damn cannibal, then you just don't know. Maybe you're gonna end up on his dinner plate. All right? But these things happen to us during the besiegement. So when these things happen again, best believe y'all gonna react the same way. All right? 2 Kings 6:30. And it came to pass, when the king heard the words of the woman, that he rent his clothes, and he passed by upon the wall, and the people looked, and behold, he had sackcloth within upon his flesh. Yeah, man, he got played, man. He got played. So, you know, she ate his son with him, saved her and hid hers. That's the type of shit that's gonna go on. That's how bad it's gonna get out here. It gotta be pretty bad for something like that to happen, man. You got to think about what kind of environment that was for that to even be a viable solution. Okay, you would think, you know. I think Ezra's, you know, he had to eat flowers. That means there probably weren't any flowers there. You know, no, nothing to eat. You know, I'm sure the last resort would be your kid. Well, who knows? I've never been famished before. Maybe your mind, you get a different chemical imbalance, man. You start looking at people, they start looking like hamburgers and hot dogs when you get that hungry. You know? And the Lord said he's saying plague, so he might send a plague of madness on you. Okay? Who knows? All we know is that time's gonna come back again. I think that's it on that. That's always a good read to remind us how bad it can get out here. Because you never know, man. You might get put in that same situation. And your faith's gonna be low, because what were you doing every day when you had this grace period? Were you doing the will of the Lord? Because I think when you get faced with judgment, you're gonna know the Lord's coming to get you for something you did. You know, you might have a split millisecond of a thought of how what multiple prophets, multiple people in your life was trying to, the Lord's trying to get you back on track the whole time. You know, because this is righteous judgment. He's not doing this out of a wicked, wicked. He might use the wicked to put you to death, but all his judgment is righteous. So we know if the Lord put you to death, it's your fault. All right? Let me see. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Yeah, that's going to be waxing cold when you got to do things like that. Okay? People will come up to you, hey, let's eat your son, and then, we'll chew on mine after, later on, a couple days from now. And human meat isn't something you could just eat all willy-nilly, man. There's side effects from it. All right? You get these weird giggles, uncontrollable laughs. You get the shakes. That shit can have you fucked up out here. You be looking weird, man. Start talking to yourself, eyes going left and right. Okay? As a matter of fact, I ain't even gonna lie, I was in Cambridge, Massachusetts. I saw a guy laughing like that, man. I knew exactly he was laughing like it's a weird laugh. It's not like he's laughing at something that's funny, like when you hear it's a laugh that he can't control, man. It just comes out of nowhere. You just start laughing. Not even laughing, giggling, like a hyena. Hyenas make that noise. Okay? And I'm saying that to tell you, people are doing that right now. And mostly Esau. That was an Edomite that was doing that. All right? Which is you so-called white people. I mean, look at them, man. Look at them. They're profane. I was watching one run, and I was like, that motherfucker look like weird. He can't even run correct. His whole spirit's off. Some of these homeless people, they're the same way. As a matter of fact, this homeless lady told me she found a human hand around the corner from here. Yeah, she found a human hand. So, and that's in Lynn. So that's 2 cities in Massachusetts where that shit's going on. All right? Esau ain't got no problem eating human meat. He's never had a problem eating human meat. He's profane. He ain't got no melanin. It's the only way he can get melanin inside of his body. Okay? You can read The Delectable Negro. It tells you that he does it because he gets aroused by it. All right? That's sick. That's profane. But that's who he is. That's what he does. I was meditating on that too. Then this dude's, he's so wicked that he likes eating human meat. Okay? He likes sleeping with the dead. So when you die, he probably eats your body. He takes your organs. Whether you're on the donor list or not. He's taking your organs. That's a huge market. He can sell your liver to anyone in the world. Your lungs. That's what he does. He just pops them right out your chest, puts it in some, what do you call that? That's like, it's like this freezing gas. He'll ship it right over across seas. He's still he's still sending those gifts to other nations, man. All right. And some of you pretty ladies, he probably look at your dead body and probably sleep with you after you're dead. That's what he does, man. That shit turns him on. He got a whole room full of dead bodies. That's necromancy. Okay? Defiling your body, man. This place is wicked, man. You like going in the, you watch Jeffrey Dahmer, he was cutting up. I think it was some roadkill with his father. Him and his father fucking putting the hand. Oh, this is the heart? Oh, they love dissecting shit. They get aroused, it gives them an arousal. There was this lady in, I forgot her name, man. It said a YouTuber or like or OnlyFans. I think she was an OnlyFans. She killed her boyfriend. She stabbed her boyfriend. So-called white girl. You know, you gotta watch out for that. But I think she did it to drink his blood, because that's what they like to do. They like to drink blood. You know? They like to drink blood. And that turns her on. Probably watching him get put to death turned her on. Okay? That's what I think. Because I don't trust these Edomites. I don't trust the white woman, the white man, even the black Edomite. You know, I don't trust no black dude talking like a white boy. That to me is a black Edomite. Even if you're an Israelite. You got the spirit of an Edomite, I can't be around you, man. I can't be around you. Because that's a weak-ass spirit to have. Especially in the last days, you want to act like you the so-called white man? You're a weak-ass dude. Okay? Yeah, so, you want something, like, who wants to be around that? I hate weak shit, man. All right? You gotta watch out, man. This famine, the world that you live in, if you don't know how wicked this place is, man, you still asleep. You don't know you're the sheep, you're done out here, man. And he said Jacob's a worm, so we don't even got any power against this devil, man. We gotta endure it all and watch the Lord work miracles during our time. He said he's gonna work a work that you wouldn't believe even if he told you it. You all right? And he's working a work every single day. They had the UN Council in New York. The Lord sent a 4.8 magnitude earthquake there. After he just sent one the day before. That's the Lord doing all these things, man. It's a beautiful thing. You know, who knows where that UN Council was being held? It could have been deep underground somewhere. You know? Who knows? But the Lord don't care, man. The Lord sees everything. All right? Let's go back to Second Edges. Second Edges 15. Second Edges 15 and 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Yeah, wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth. You see wickedness everywhere. Everything's polluted with wickedness, man. Everything. You know, we can go down a whole list. We know the food's polluted. We know the air's polluted. We know his media is polluted. Okay? We know he's polluted. We know 2/3 of y'all are polluted. All right? It's polluted by blood, Israelite blood. Spiritually polluted. It's polluted on all levels. Second Edges 15:6. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Yeah, the souls of the just talking about us, we're complaining continually, okay? And our cries are being heard. But the wickedness that they exercise, man, that's just coming to an end. You know, at a high level with Esau, Edom, even on a low level with 2/3 of these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? He's watching everything that's going on. But most importantly, Esau. Okay? Because that's the root of the problem. Because he's forcing this wickedness upon the people, upon the whole world. All right? But that time's coming to that's coming to an end. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, I should have went over there by the bus stop, but it's all good. Second Edges 15. Like it. Second Edges 15 and verse 9. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, okay? Yeah, you're not going to suffer us to dwell in the land of Egypt, okay? This is the land of Egypt reincarnated, okay? It's Egypt and Sodom. I believe that's Revelation 11 and 8. All right? He's not going to suffer us to dwell in the land of Egypt any longer, man. So he's going to take Egypt down just like he did before, when he didn't suffer us to stay in Egypt any longer under Pharaoh's rule. But now Esau, Edom, the new modern day Pharaoh, all right, the one who does a diligent search, the one who knows all this history, he knows all the science, all the math, but he don't know his equations going to infinity because he's about to be destroyed, man. All right. In math class, you get a your answer's infinity, man. That means it got blown up, bro. That means it was destroyed. Okay. So Esau, he always says, what's that? Buzz Lightyear, to infinity and beyond. Yeah, you're gonna go to infinity, and you're gonna die. Okay. Second Edges 15 and 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Okay? That's how we know this is Egypt, because he ain't talking about ancient Egypt. He didn't destroy all the land thereof. You can still see the pyramids today. You can go and get a vacation over there right now. All right? But this modern day Egypt, this modern day Babylon, this modern day Pharaoh, he's going to get destroyed. All right? Now the original, the first pharaoh, he got drowned in the water. Esau's gonna get drowned with these thermonuclear missiles. Okay? Those thermonuclear missiles is gonna hit his ass. All right? He gonna die by fire. Second Esdras 15 and 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. So the Most High is the one that's bringing all this tribulation. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Yeah, those swords, the modern day sword is that gun, right? Those swords in their hands, they're gonna be fighting against each other with those swords. All right? Those swords in the hand is talking about guns, man. And one people should fight against another people, talking about insurrection, sedition amongst the people. You know, there's going to be like, you can liken it unto a civil war or civil unrest. Okay? And you can see how that can easily get started. We saw a preview of that in 2020 when we had Antifa and the Proud Boys. 2 Edomite groups, by the way, because this is their kingdom. You know, they can fight, they can go down, burn buildings, and that's what they were. They the ones burning buildings, but they were blaming it on you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, they were burning the buildings. Okay, and we know we got Nero running for president again, so that just might happen. Okay? It just might as well happen. All right? Second Esdras 15 and 16. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up against another people. It shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. Now the modern day kings and princes are talking about your mayors, your governors, your presidents. These are the kings and the princes of this modern day time. It said the people are not going to regard them anymore. Not like I was just talking about in 2020, they were going up to the mayors. They went right up in Cambridge. They were standing out in front of it protesting against them. That's going to happen again, because they know where you mayors live at, you governors. Okay? They know where all you people live at, and they're going to be seeking to come hunt you down, your own people. And they going to regard you then. All right? They ain't going to be regarding those things. Let me finish this up. Second Esdras 15 and 16. For there shall be a sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Meaning they're going to hold court in the street, man. All right? So anything that's going on, some people, you know, you ever seen the movie The Purge?
I think that's it.
Yeah, Purge. So The Purge, all unlawfulness going on out there, you know, and there was no police to help anybody. You know, some people were getting, think about all the people that you might dislike. You know what I mean? You thinking the world gonna end, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go kill that motherfucker. Fuck him. A lot of that's gonna happen. You know, because people are gonna lose it. They're gonna be like, you know, my ex-girl took half my money. You know? I worked all this time, she took half my money, divorced me, took my kids, I ain't seen my kids. It's not happening to me, I'm just giving an example, you know what I mean? That'll drive somebody mad, especially when there's no, oh, I can go get her ass right now. And it's been years later. She ain't even thinking about it. You know? Or it might be somebody else. It might be a co-worker. It might be a landlord. You know what I'm saying? They don't know their actions. The Spirit, Lord can switch it up like that. Okay? Landlord kick you out for no reason. Next thing you know, oh, I need help. He might run into you, and Lord might just put him in your hands. And that's the Lord's judgment. You don't know what kind of spirit people are going to be in during that time. All right?
Probably worse than now.
It's going to be a lot worse than now, man. I just went through a couple of...
It's getting better, man. Babies having babies, not being able to teach their seeds the right way because they don't know the right way.
Right.
If they're ignorant, their children will be ignorant.
That's right.
And so on and so on.
Well, that's the point that we're at. Okay? Because when you look at the nation of Israel, you know, we went off a long time ago. Okay? And this is just compounded wickedness that we're living through today. That's been passed on to us. That now that we got the basis of people, that's like you're a lion, right? But you got a little roach ruling over you. And you're the lion. You know, or you got like the Giselle, or deer ruling over you. You the king of the jungle. That's being ruled over something that is physically beneath you. Okay, spiritually beneath you. That's what's going on with these people on this list. You know, we had a great rulership. The Lord was dealing with us, you know, under King Solomon. We were all brotherly in one. We didn't go shop at none of these stores. We only dealt brother to brother. Just like right now. See, it says we were like a delicate people. So if you see your brother down, if you were going through something, I was going through something. If I see your brother down, hey, what's going on? You be like, yo, bro, you know, this is going on, boom, boom, boom. Yo, come on, man, what the fuck, get up. Let's go over here, man. Here's this, here's some food. And now in that time, you know, your brother will come, you want to treat him like a slave. You treat him like your brother, but, you know, he would try to work off his debt to you. But after a certain time, you're supposed to forgive that debt if you couldn't pay that back. But that's all laws. These are laws that we follow. This is the Heavenly Father gave to us. And this is how we store up treasure in heaven right now.
That's how you see the nature of the soul. When people don't forget, and people want to fight all the time,
Right.
forget things or forgive things. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I said, I forgive them, not forget.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You remember what people have done. You don't hold it against them.
No.
You can only say, I know this man for his action.
Right. But you got to forgive him. The Bible says you got to forgive him 77 times 7 or something like that, roughly paraphrasing. That's the Lord giving that advice. You got to forgive your brother.
If you look at the street, it says dead end, right? It says dead end. And you look at the other streets, through streets, they don't say do not enter. Go down those streets.
Right.
Don't go to the dead end street. That's what a brother that doesn't know God or doesn't follow the precepts of what God is saying. He's a dead end street.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, right. Like I was saying, you know, 2/3 of our people are going down that dead end street. But they right now, see, back in Egypt, the Lord saved all of us. He served the people that, you know, everybody, non-believers and the believers. He took them all out of Egypt. But then he had to kill the non-believers in the wilderness. But this time, he's not going to save you, then kill you. This time, he's going to kill you, the unbelievers, and then he's going to save his elect men. And it's prophesied in the Bible that the men who are not going to be saved on this side are going to come through the loins of the elect. What that means is when this thermonuclear missile hits America, missiles, over 200 million missiles is prophesied to hit this place. If you die on this side, that first 1,000 years, we're going to be reigning with the Lord. You're not going to see that beautiful kingdom that we built up. You're going to come back as a kid when we survived that. And the Lord gave us everlasting bodies, man. We're going to remember that. You're going to come back as a kid and be like, we're going to be telling you about the so-called white man. I'm like, there was a so-called white man? What do you mean? You're not going to know. You're not going to see that beautiful 100-year glory. When the Lord came back, destroyed this place.
So back in the 90s and early 2000s, white girls came in style. It wasn't the 80s. White girls wasn't in style like that. Two black guys who were the white girls in the 80s. The 90s and the 2000s where they started doing that. Like, so Some people back in the days used to say, we have a partnership, me and this woman, this is my wife.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We talking about black and white?
Black and white.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So now it's coming to the point where we're starting to see a lot of things like girls leaving their men, cheating on them, waiting for a bigger dick, this, that, this. The only reason why she's with him because she thinks he can impress her more than the next man. The next man is mad at us because he's with her. You know what I'm saying? He's like, why are you with her and you know I want her?
Well, you got to understand who's ruling, okay? Because he likes his women like that. He likes them being whores. He likes them. He'll watch you sleep with his wife. He's a cuck. So, and you know, I was just thinking about this. He the type of dude. He'll take a virgin and sacrifice them to his god, but then save the whore. See, we're the opposite. We'll kill the whore and we'll marry the virgin. You feel what I'm saying? We're in a whole backwards society, brother. Okay, and it's because of who's in rulership. As the king is, so are the people. So the things that you're seeing are a direct reflection of who's in rulership. Okay, the wicked's in rulership. Now these women that are jumping whore to whore, you're living, this is spiritually the whore, America. Okay, this is that great whore that's gonna be destroyed, man. Everyone wanted to be where she was so beautiful. You know, they look at her from afar. Imagine you from a third world country looking at America, man. You got big ass cheeseburgers, you hungry as hell, and they got commercials, four patties on a burger. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, they eat like that out there? I'm starving out here. You know, everything's super sized. Oh, you get a big, huge cup of Coca-Cola if you wanted to with your 4-patty burger over here, and you could get, you know, a big super-sized fry. Now to us, we see them things and we're like, you know, that we're used to that, you know, but that's why we're morbidly obese out here. But other countries, they look at that like, wow, they got all that food out there? Well, it's not a sin to do that. He's playing, he has the technology to push a vibration out to the world.
Americans. Even as you said in this, brother, I gotta feed you food that might give you cancer. Because my little daughter won't take no more than this. Right? So it's like, you know, see how much fat and all that stuff that's going in your system. You know, like grease.
Right.
And the doctor tells you, well, you got high blood pressure. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
what it
that
is.
means that no matter what they show, I told you, the TV is their victory.
Right.
Meaning they can become victorious over
Well,
the things that they show you.
it says Satan is a prince of the air. The airways, the TV, you know, he's controlling what's going in through your eyes, your ears, you know what I'm saying? So he's gonna use that because he wants to destroy you, okay? John 10:10 says the thief cometh not but to steal, kill, and destroy. That's all he can do. All his ways lead to your death, okay? Steal, kill, and destroy, that's all he can do.
But if we're living the right life, your life is going somewhere. Your life is going to be in the hands of the Lord.
Listen, your life is with the Lord. That is your life. This is death, okay? The fact that you gotta die. No matter what you go through, we all gotta die on this side. He is our life. An everlasting life. Well, we don't die. These people on this list, we're promised everlasting life. That's life. That's what separates us from the rest of these heathen. These heathen are considered, they're likened unto beasts, because the only difference between a man and a beast is that the beast dies. We're like beasts today because we die like the beast. Men die too, you know what I mean? But having that everlasting life, you're a God, okay? And that's what the Lord's coming to bring back. That's what we need to endure. That's why you're rich, brother, because you got that promise. So all this shit that we're going through right now, we're gonna be laughing about that on the other side. This is what I'm trying to tell you. That's think about it. The little bit of shit that we go through right now, in everlasting life, okay? No pain. No more tears. You ain't gonna be thinking about this. No more sickness. That's what's written in this book. That's why I'm out here. This is the good news. This is what the Lord was telling his people. that you got to endure to the end. That's why they kept saying, when is the kingdom going to come? This was 2,000 years ago. Okay, we out here today saying, when is the king? We want the kingdom to come now.
It's that God is like one of those people that want to see who is real. Like if you give up on the kingdom now and say, well, there's no God, it's been 2,000 years, he hasn't came back, blah, 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 your words is going to be penalized. You know what I'm saying? You got to sit here and wait patiently. It's patiently.
Let me read this to you, brother, because I got to get some precepts. You and I can talk all day, but I want you to, what I want to do, since the Lord's been sending you over here, I got to fill your cup up with this word, man, because this is what I'm here for, brother, okay? It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, in verse 1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. That light is talking about this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that I'm talking about right here. Because a lot of people think the Lord's name is Jesus Christ. They think he's a so-called white man, and they live like that. They live according to, they don't know that's going to lead them to death. They don't know that when you go into the word Jesus, it goes into Greek. It's a Greek word. The Greeks are like your enemies, man. The Greeks are the so-called white man, okay? They don't go into the Hebrew. They might go back as far as they'll say Yeshua, but then that's Yiddish. They don't do enough history.
Look at that movie called 300.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we just said.
Right.
They were the white people going up against the black man. That man Xerxes is the African king. Like when they were coming around the corner and cutting the cut, and he see how many soldiers Xerxes had with him.
Let me tell you something, brother. This is gonna blow your mind. Xerxes, that represents the 300 men. That's us, brother. Yeah.
Those 300 men were all Greek.
No, in the movie they were. Yeah, but this is what I'm telling you. They took those, all images of you. They made that, white people ain't strong like that.
They wouldn't have said it.
300 men?
Yeah, that's true. They would have
That's us, brother. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
I know.
They switched the faces up to make themselves look like, no, we were strong. We the strongest people in the world, man. Can't nobody fuck with us. You crazy? Look at these people, man. They're ruling over us. Look. Every time I look at some of these police officers, man, right? I remember when I was young, I got pulled over once, man. I was wild then, man. I didn't like people touching me for some reason. I got into a fight with like 8 of them motherfuckers. And let me tell you something. They were getting tossed around. I still be thinking about that. Like, if I was them, that wouldn't have happened to no 15-year-old with me. I would have took his ass down. They was jumping, like doing weird shit, you know? Like, that's what I'm saying, man. These people, think about the Native Americans, man. If they didn't have a Gatling gun, those Seminole Indians were fucking these crackers up, man. They brought the Lord had to give them certain things to take these people down. That wasn't an easy battle. You know what I'm saying? The Lord had to take us down because we had to learn this lesson. This is our schooling. Every day you wake up, the Lord's trying to get you closer to seek him. So you know why he made us go through this. That's the lesson we need to learn while we down here out of rulership.
Put it like this. Jesus was whooped and beaten. He had to carry his own cross. Same thing happened to his delegates. Meaning, the Lord is good, the Lord is great, you know what I'm saying? But after a while, you start to see how these people treat us too. You know what I'm saying? Our value isn't that much to them. They look at us, it's like the eyes. As they look in the mirror and see themselves, they look at you and see something different. Their eyes don't agree with us.
You know what? I want to read Isaiah.
Their eyes don't agree with us too. They don't agree with the color they see.
No, brother. This is what's going on, okay? Let me read this to you.
And every woman, especially those white ones, always have for a trick. Always have to trick you and get you involved with the police. When you get sent off, and you end up losing your baby, and all that shit, it's just more and more grief. Because we should have always trusted if they say the black man is God, we must have a goddess. What is a goddess? The same color, same general
Brother,
background.
let me tell you something. Your woman is these scriptures. Once you divorce this, ain't no woman gonna treat you right. This is your woman. This Bible's your woman. This is what married to the Lord, brother. Once we come back to him, all of this is gonna be back to us. Okay? You gotta get back to your wife, which is this word, this life. You are living in hell. This is death, brother. All these women are gonna lead you to death, because that's where we're at. You gotta be seeking life right now.
You know, I actually just started talking to them.
Let me read this to you, okay? Because, you still saying Jesus. I just want to give you this, because in the Paleo Hebrew, okay, who the world ignorantly calls God, his name is Yahweh. Yahweh. Can you say that with me? Yahweh. Okay? And his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, is Yahweh Shai. Okay? Yahweh means he is. Yahweh Shai means he is deliverer. Okay? Or the savior. He is the savior. He is the deliverer. Okay? That's in the Paleo Hebrew. These names were taken away from you. Okay? And when you pray in that name, Jesus, that comes with a vibration. Okay? It comes with a lifestyle. It comes with a thought process. We got to come out of this world. Everything we learned from this devil, it came from the devil, man. Okay? See, you're listening to your brother. You're listening to, that's one, people don't listen to their own people. Okay? Actually, let me jump over here, because I've been trying to get some precepts out to you. But let me show you something. Exactly. Hosea 4:6. But what's this? Here it is. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 13 and 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith, they extol it to the clouds. Okay? It's just like, Donald Trump came out here and told you were an Israelite. You'll be more inclined to hear if he told you the name is Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. You'd be like, oh, I didn't know it. Wow. But when a poor man speaks, let me finish it. It says, well, if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? Like, who are you? Telling me the names, the Lord.
That's why they say don't treat a rich man better than they treat a poor
Right.
man. Treat them all the way. I remember this thing on, it was like a big broadcast on YouTube, where this man was preaching to these guys in his car. And he was like, listen, it's not the journey, it's not the destination, it's the journey. He said, the things you seeing while you're on your destination are the things you need to be paying attention to. He said, that man's pushing the carriage, I ain't saying nothing to him. And then when I got in the bridge, I was speaking to everybody else. He asked me, why didn't you speak to me first? You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, when they start talking, kicking it, he noticed he had more knowledge than all of them.
That's right.
See what I'm saying? So we can't exclude people because of what they got in their hand or what they look like.
That's right.
All their materials and all this fancy stuff.
That's right, that's
bull, dude. Anybody can get materials, dude.
Right.
And when you dress in these materials, you notice, I said the eyes are the window to the soul. Some people got bigger eyes than other people. Why? Because they want to see more and more and more and more. They're not satisfied. They're like fire. They're not satisfied till all of it's come.
And you're right, man. The eyes are the soul, the window to the soul. But all of that, we gotta come out of this world, man. And when I say come out of this world, we gotta depart from the philosophies that we learn in this world. Okay? We need to get back to the Lord. That's our everything, man. That's our peace. That's our rest. You're like a sheep in the desert. All right? You're looking for water. You stumbled across a puddle. Okay? Scripture say, drink from your own cistern. I'm your brother because we're from the same lineage. We go back to these are our forefathers, okay? You say you go back to Levi. Levi, you should learn about Levi. Okay? You can learn about it in Leviticus. That book was written by Moses for Like Moses, think about that. Moses was here, he'd be considered a so-called Haitian man. Aaron, Miriam, Moses and Aaron are brothers, yeah.
Moses was like,
He would be considered a so-called Haitian man today.
he's the man. You talking about this man can leave you on the sand, go up in a mountain, when you start seeing this cloud, he's talking to him, he's not afraid. That means he is the man. Because anybody that was guilty of any crimes or was devilish or anything would never have went up that mountain. They would be afraid they would see God and God would strike them down dead.
Right.
So you know Moses was the most pure.
Well, you know, that was his friend. That was the Lord. The Lord loved Moses, man. What did I want to read you? Let me go to Isaiah 60, man, since we were talking about that. Where do I want to go? I think I wanted to show you Genesis 25th chapter. Okay. So book of Genesis chapter 25 and 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. So Isaac is going back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The promise given to Abraham was passed on to Isaac. Okay? Isaac is now talking to his wife. His wife is now pregnant with twins. Okay? Jacob and Esau. Okay? And the children struggled, Genesis 25 and 22, and the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. So by the way women used to inquire of the Lord, they go speak to the prophets. Okay? Nowadays you see women, they think they got this direct connection with the Lord.
No.
It don't work like that.
People go see the tarot card.
Well, that's wickedness.
That's the wickedness.
But I'm talking about Israelite people more importantly. Yeah.
Most of my family believed in that.
Yeah.
I chose not to follow. I was the one that was most punished because I wouldn't go by myself. When people would be broke, I stayed behind her because she would buy me stuff and act like she cared. But now I know this is the truth.
Well, it says this in the Bible. It says, he that departeth from evil maketh himself a prey. If you were wicked, this world would love you, brother. Okay? No, but what I mean by love is you will have more resource. You will be more abundant in materialistic things.
I said look in entertainment. I said that in Proverbs. Look in entertainment.
But
Meaning, like this. You trying to pass your ball team on the football team. And you're sitting down with your boy, and your boy's all, yeah, I ran through the crowd, and I was doing this, and I was doing that. You see how big his head is. Now he thinks he's going pro. He thinks he's going to do this. He's like, yo, if I go pro, man, I'm going to hook you up. Da, 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 da. It is mine. They got too much in their own head. They got too much in their own head. They're too much on their own thing. They're looking at worldly things. But if you know how things are programmed, you'll know that they only pick the elect. Not anybody's politics. Not anybody can make it on these fields and on these courts and such like that.
brother, this place is
Politics. It's political.
Let me tell you something. I was just talking about this. Look at basketball, man. Look at these places. These people, they smacking each other on the ass.
I know.
They're doing all that gay shit because a lot of them got to lay down. There was this thing about Dwight Howard. I forgot this.
When he grabbed his nuts.
Nah, Dwight Howard. There was a guy who wanted to join the league, all right? I think he was playing on the team. He said he went into a room, Dwight Howard put in a gay DVD. And the dude came out the room and he told all his team members, like, yo, this dude just tried to put on a gay DVD and left the room, like, because they didn't want you to say anything. That's how you join the team. That's how you get paid all those big bucks.
You see a lot of people that got all these skills.
Well, that's the way of the Greeks, okay? The Greeks, all that shit goes back to the Greeks. That's the so-called white, that's him. That's what he does. The white man's the devil, brother. Yeah.
I noticed that amongst
Yeah.
you know, with black dudes, every once in a while, you
Nah.
catch a gay dude, but with white
That's-
dudes,
yep.
it's a lot of them, like 5 and 6 out of a group, and
Yeah.
7 and 8,
Yeah.
10. There's a lot of them.
They were made like that, and it's not just the man; it's the woman too.
Exactly.
It's inherent, like it's that's their nature.
It's a gene. It's a gene.
It's their
defect.
nature.
It's a gene defect.
Yeah, because they're Esau. Going back to Esau, Edom. Okay, it's the book of Genesis 25 and 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people. We're stronger than the so-called white man. He got the gun, he got that Gatling gun right now, right? You got the government, he got these robotic dogs with shotguns on their backs, right? Yeah. But him personally, he can't deal with us.
So
Okay.
he ever put that gun down, he's gone.
He's done. He put his sword down because the modern day sword is the gun. And this is what we're going to get into. And the elder shall serve the younger. Esau came out first with Jacob. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Esau, this is the first documented so-called white man, okay? And we didn't say he was white. We said he was red. And they called his name Esau. Do you know what Esau means in Hebrew? It's like Shashua, which means wasted away is he. Wasted, imagine your parents calling you a waste of seed. That's a disgrace. When he came out, they were looking at Isaac and Rebecca were like, what the hell is this? Wasted away as he is his name, okay?
All right, put it like this. One day, I moved out of my house.
Let me read this to you, hold on. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel. Now that's prophetic, okay? Because we're the last nation created, okay? Jacob was the last nation created. And we're holding the heel of Esau right now. Because after him, we come into rulership. A lot of people think the so-called Chinese man is going to be next. A lot of people think all these other people. But Israel is set up to rule forever, not these other nations, okay? And he came, his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob, and Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. So Esau's a cunning hunter, okay? Well, you see him now. The so-called white man still loves to hunt. And being a plain man, look at us. We a regular life, we're cool with that. Jacob stay at home, we'll fall back. We're all right with just having the simplest things. Esau needs it all, okay? Esau needs it all. So this is where we're at, man. Our brother Esau is over us. And it said the older shall serve the younger. He's our servant, man. We're being ruled by our slaves, man. This is the dynamic we're in. Okay? I know that's hard to digest because we were slaves unto them. But the deeper you get into the scriptures, you'll learn that we transgress these laws. Yeah, you too, brother. All right, where am I? Hopefully Jay get it, man. Hopefully Jay get it, man. Okay. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. And we can see that right now. We see kingdoms fighting against kingdoms. Okay, we see nations going against nations. You got Ukraine going against Russia. You got South Korea going against North Korea. You got the Democrats going against the Republicans. Taiwan versus China. You know? And that's what he was talking about. Okay? And there shall be famines. The famines is on the edge. That's coming soon. To a Walmart, to your local grocery store, that's coming to you soon. All right? And pestilences, which goes into these different diseases, He just talked about how they got bird flu in your milk. Okay? That's the Lord sending all these pestilences. And that's hitting a couple of states in America. Where am I? And earthquakes. New York just had an earthquake, Alaska, Texas, all these places had earthquakes. And that's the Lord saying on these earthquakes in diverse places. All right? All these things are the beginning of sorrows. Yeah, this is just the beginning, man. It's going to get worse and worse. Just like when a woman is in travail, she got a kid, the closer she gets to having that baby, the pain starts, it hurts more. Okay? I think. Here you go. Second Esdras chapter 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Okay? So you're going to be wanting to lead a city. There's going to be a bunch of shit going on. And they might have the whole city of Lynn and a bunch of other cities. Okay? Barricaded, blocked off. Just like they do all these other places. Go in the Middle East, the army, they'll block off the city. They'll block off the city so they can control the people. They might be trying to get a certain person. They'll besiege the city and then slowly creep in on everything until they get what they want. All right? So it's going to be hard for you to go into another city. And we know he's trying to do some these 15-minute cities just like China did when they locked down on Wuhan for the virus. You know, these are all test cases that Esau has at his disposal that he can do on his people. Because y'all still think y'all got a constitution, which wasn't written for you anyways. But the so-called white man gonna find out it's not for him either. That it's not gonna work for him either. He's getting his rights taken away. That's what's gonna be the sedition among men. Because he gonna start knowing how it is, how you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are. How you ain't got no rights, how you get pulled over, that shit's gonna start happening to them. But they're gonna actually fight. All right? They ain't gonna go march down the street with signs saying free each other. No, they're gonna use the sword. Okay, which was that gift that was given to them by the Heavenly Father. Second Esdras 15 and 18. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, their houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Yeah, because of their pride. That word pride, that goes out a lot here in America. Everyone's talking about, oh, they proud of this, they're proud of that. They got a whole month dedicated to Pride Month. Okay? Because this place is proud. All right? We say the pride, the Marines, you know? Pride everywhere. Pride. So, 2 Esdras 15 to 18, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Yeah, the men shall be afraid. And you proud women are going to be more afraid than the men. Okay? A lot of y'all think, oh, I don't need a man, I don't need this, I'm independent. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. You'll see when it's so fucking evil out here, man. It's like, you know, I'm trying not to swear as much. But you're going to see when these men that are coming from these different countries, you're going to hear about the different crimes that are going on in the city. Because they'll take you. Just these men that are coming from these third world countries, man, they're vile, man. They're vile. All right? And you women gonna need a man of the Lord. If you ain't got a man of the Lord, the Lord gonna put your husband to death, and you're gonna have to face the tribulation. Okay? And a lot of you women are proud, very prideful. And Esau set that up. That's why he set up these churches, so y'all can go to these churches and think that y'all are more holier than other people. That's for the women. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Bless you, brother. You know, so you can think that you're more better than all these other people. You know, but that ain't the case, man. And during that time, you're gonna realize that, because in these other countries, the women know how important the man is. Not only just for protection, it's because the Lord is dealing with you through your husband. Let's keep going. It's the book of 2 Esdras, chapter 15 and verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. Yeah, a man shall have no pity on his neighbor. When there's no food, when there's no law, you're not gonna be able to go to your neighbor and say, "Hey, neighbor, can I get a couple slices of bread and some sugar?" You know, he might pull a gun out on you during that time. We just read in Matthew 24 and 12 that the love of many shall wax cold. That includes your neighbors, people that you know, you come out, get your newspaper, say hi. He's gonna be trying to take you down during that time, because your neighbor probably got the sword with him. And who knows what's going through his head? He might be plotting on your goods. He might be plotting to spoil you during that time. 2 Esdras 15 and 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. The sword is the modern day gun. The modern day sword is the gun, I should say, and spoil their goods. We just talked about that, spoil your goods. And you women don't know you're a man's possession, so he might spoil you by taking your woman. He might put you to death, take your wife, He might ravish your kids. Esau's a profane man. He like little kids, he like men. He's a nasty, perverse person. You don't want to get caught by your enemy, man. And a lot of y'all live with him, a lot of y'all married to him, a lot of y'all got kids with him. That devil will eat you, Eve, and you're gonna learn from messing with the snake. You're gonna learn messing with the snake. You wanted to live in a house, you want to live in the suburbs. Good luck. Because they're gonna show you how vile they truly are. They look at you like cattle. They look at you like a piece of steak, Eve. And that's what they're gonna do to you. They'll chop your ass up and feed you amongst their neighbors. They'll feed you, they'll send a piece to everyone on that street. That's how they operate. Don't be fooled by this devil, man. It's too late for that. You can't tell by this devil's history that he hates you. Okay? After all these years later, now he got all this love in his heart all of a sudden. That's so vain, man. That's stupid for you to believe that. Oh, we love everybody. Oh, we love you. We love you. God loves everybody. Yeah, his God loves everybody because his God's going to die. He better love everybody because those altars, all those images, all that's going to be destroyed. Okay? All of it. 2 Esdras 15:19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread, lack of food, and for great tribulation. Yeah, that's great tribulation. Talking about that Jacob's trouble. Okay? Jacob's trouble is going to be a tough time for the world, not just 2/3. Everyone's going to go through that tribulation. That's going to affect everybody. Okay? It's gonna be bad out here, man. So if the Lord ain't dealing with you, then you pretty much you done out here, man. It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 9 and 12. Turn you to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. Even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee. When I have bent Judah for me, filled the bow with Ephraim, and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece, and made thee as a sword of a mighty man, okay? So Judah and Ephraim talking about the northern and the southern kingdom coming together against you Edomites, okay? Mount Seir versus Mount Zion. That's gonna be a beautiful battle, man. That's gonna be the kickstart. That's gonna be a beautiful sign because a lot of men, they waiting for this, man. They're praying for this to happen. People are actually praying for the destruction of where they live at. Okay? People are actually praying for a famine to happen, pestilence to happen, destruction, sword, sedition, nation against nation, wars. People are praying for these things. They're waiting. They're salivating, okay? They're foaming out the mouth for these things. More earthquakes. When the Lord sent that second earthquake, man, we were happy about this. This is beautiful. Okay? But to the world, that's a scary thing if you're in the world. That's very terrible. Oh, no, the building was shaking. Must be due to climate change. And Esau's probably gonna use that so he can implement this his wicked device, that MOTB. And people are praying for that MOTB too. We're praying for these things. We want Esau's plan to be implemented. Okay? And that might sound weird to some people. To some people, that's too much. That's too hard to digest. That's weird. That's crazy. It's because you're part of this world. You haven't stepped back and analyzed the situation that you're in. You haven't poured out that all those philosophies. You haven't emptied yourself and become renewed, reborn in the spirit. Okay? Because we know the Lord's bringing this destruction. Okay? Matter of fact, let's go to Daniel 12. Book of Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. Yeah, you predestinated to make it out of here. Okay? The elect are predestinated. You can't make yourself of the elect. This is that's why the elect are going to be saved by grace. They're going to be saved by grace because they were forgiven. They're going to be forgiven for their sins. Scripture say, blessed is he who's forgiven for their sins, man. That's talking about the elect of Israel. You know, some of these, you don't know who to elect. Some of these people some of the elect, still sleep. You know? I'm like, damn, this dude woke up. This dude's an Israel. This dude's the elect? Yeah. We got to fulfill Wisdom of Solomon in the 5th chapter. You're going to be surprised who you thought was nobody. It might have been somebody that was laying on the street, ain't had nothing. You walked by him every day, didn't give him nothing. That might be your next ruler. That might be one that was written in the book of life. Predestinated from the beginning. Okay? And that comes with a heavy thing to be, because that means you were here at the beginning. You were here with Yahweh shot. Okay? Going through the tribulation. Okay? And the Lord gonna have mercy and grace on that person. Alright? Or he might wake up. Maybe this brother, I'm hoping this brother get it, man. Because I see him all the time. I wasn't even going to be over here in the rain. I got another spot I normally go to when it's raining. The Lord put the spirit on me to stay right in the rain, and he came in the rain. You know? I'm still working on that, but I don't know what, you know, you kind of talk too much, man. I'm trying to bring out some scriptures. You know what? You gotta be patient with some of our people. You know? Especially Jake. And especially the Northern Kingdom, too. I know I was talking shit about some of our Northern brothers, but it's really all of us. You know, the Lord's been patient with all of us. You know, I just came into this truth not too long ago, you know. So the Lord was patient with me. So you gotta have that same patience on your people, man. If they're willing to give an inclining ear, give them what you can give them. But I don't think you get it, you know. I hope, you know, it's not for everybody, but you know, sometimes you gotta chip away at Jake. They ain't gonna hear it one time for you know. That's just how we are. You know, that's Jake for you. All right, let's go to oh shit. The book of Luke, is the book of St. Luke, chapter 21 and verse 9. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not afraid. Salakia. St. Luke 21 and 9. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified. For these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. Yeah, see, you got on April 8th, they got that solar eclipse. You know, that's a great sign from heaven, man. Okay? But Luke 21 and 12, but before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. Yeah, so a lot of the brothers, you know, actually a lot of people, man, you know, Esau's not just gonna come down on the men, or he's coming against a lot of you. He's coming against everybody. You know, because this freedom of speech, that's gonna affect different areas of society. You know, he might try to get people to stop preaching the Bible on the corners, but by him trying to do that, he also got to affect other people and other, you know, because some of these Christians, they be out here too. You know, because you know he want to get rid of that. He want to get rid of the word completely. He don't want the Lord being praised in the world, man. He's trying to get rid of the Lord. He wants everyone to be like him. He already got everyone acting like him, talking like him, walking, acting. To me, Esau's a fucking, he got like, you gotta be like a mental disorder. He makes it look like a mental disorder is a good thing. Like that's a blessing for, you know, you got people like Elon Musk, he got all different types of mental disorders, and they act like he's the smartest thing the world has ever seen. Look what I can do. I can put a chip in your brain, and you can play chess with your eyeballs. It's, you know, it's vanity. Okay? St. Luke 21 and 13. And it shall turn to you for testimony. Settle it therefore in your hearts not to meditate before what you shall answer. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. I was watching this video. There was a bunch of police officers. They had this so-called black man down on the ground, but they didn't know the damn black man was another police officer. And that police officer was telling him how he was treated inappropriately. And listen, man, it sucked the air out from in front of them, man. The police didn't even know what to say to him, man. And I think that's what's gonna happen during the time. You know, I'm just spiritually speculating. This is not written. This is just what I've, you know. But when it's time for you to speak, you're gonna make Esau feel horrible. He might have to put you to death, you know. But he gonna feel like, damn. He gonna, you know, you might say, you know, you Esau Edom, you know. People have done A, B, and C, and now look at you. In 2024, this is what you're doing. And you can't blame it on your forefathers anymore. Oh, that was in the past. You know, slavery was in the past. Daniel 12:1 said this is going to be worse than ever before. And you're going to be doing it again. And that's that game saying, man. The Lord's going to put words in your mouth that's going to pierce his soul. He's going to feel condemned, man. He's going to feel condemned if you don't already feel condemned. He's going to know that he's going to be destroyed, and he's going to know why he needs to be destroyed. You know? He's going to have that inner feeling. He's going to know why he needs to die. Because he's a cancer. The book of Luke 21:16. And ye shall be betrayed by Salakia. Luke 21:16, and ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinsfolks and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death. Yeah, some of y'all gonna be caused to be put to death. You know, especially brothers on the highways and byways telling who the true Israelites are. They're gonna say you the problem with society. You're the reason why all the sedition is going on. You the reason why everyone's mad. You know, teaching the Bible, teaching the truth. You got the testimony of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay, you claim earthquakes are not, you know, natural disasters. This is just naturally occurring. This ain't the Lord doing this. Don't you know about the tectonic plates? Don't you know about science? Don't you know about the erosion of soils? You must be crazy you think the Lord did that. Why would he do that? You know, they're going to try to make you look foolish. Because they're carnal. Everything got to be scientific with these devils, man. Because they ain't got no faith. They never have faith. That's why they rely on their technology. They rely on these wicked systems that are in place. Okay? And they rely on your slavery, man. Luke 21:17, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. That's right, you're going to be hated of all men for my name's sake, for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua's sake. Okay? But it's all beautiful. It's all for the glory of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, because he's gonna work a miracle in the elect's in 1/3. It's not just about the elect. I mean, they are the elect too. The book of Psalms 1:16-15. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. Yeah, it's a precious thing to die for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Okay? In the sight of the Lord. That's a beautiful sacrifice to him, man. Okay? Make your body a living sacrifice, man. You made your body a living sacrifice, you get put to death, man. That's precious in the sight of the Lord. Okay? He's gonna be like, wow, he ain't gonna forget you for that. That's something that's gonna ring bells in the kingdom, man, forever. You know? That's an amazing thing. Because you can die from anything if you really think about it. People are dying in car accidents. People dying from bad health. Choke on a chicken bone, dead. AIDS, dead. Your girlfriend cheat on you. Come back and give you AIDS. You die a dishonorable death. They ain't giving no glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But if you die for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, putting your life on the line to teach the word to save your people, that's precious in the sight of the Lord. That's an honorable death. And to think he reserved you through all the tribulations just so you can make it to the point of glorifying him. That's what you were created to do. He created you for that. It's like he created people to jump off buildings and commit suicide. It's all the will of the Lord. So if that's your lot, you were created for that lot. And that's just as beautiful. That's precious. That's precious in the sight of the Lord, man. That's precious, man. Let's look at that word precious. That's very dear, you know. Define precious. An object, substance, or resource of great value. Define precious. Says an object, substance, or resource of great value, not to be wasted or treated carelessly. Okay? That's a great value, man. Damn, man, this, I don't know. It's the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 4 and verse 16. For the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai himself, shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Christ, Hamashiach, shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Yeah, so if you die on this side, you're gonna be right up in the chariots, man. Waiting for everyone else to get beamed up. We're gonna see you right up there in the chariots. All right? So, you know, it's actually an upgrade. It's not even like you died. You just got upgraded. Okay? And that's a beautiful thing, man. Consider worthy to the Lord. Sufferings, afflictions. Down here, man, we're gonna be caught up with you up there. Once we're alive, they're gonna get beamed up. Like, yo, shit. However the Lord gonna make it work, he's gonna make it work. All right. My hands are freezing. Matthew chapter 16 and verse 28. Verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. Yeah, so some of us, man, you know, now the Lord, you know, who he was talking to, they died. You know. The disciples died, but they're back on the earth today. You know? Lord willing, this is the end. Which is, you know, if I had to put money on it, it is. You know? Lord shortening the time, man. Lord shortening the time for his elect. Alright? That's what we're waiting for, man. And some people ain't gonna, there's some people right now, man, through the spirit, they ain't even gonna see death. Okay? They're not even gonna see death. It's the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Exactly, you know. We're measuring those times diligently. We was just talking about the earthquakes. We were just talking about the pestilence. You know, the nation against nation, the people against another people, the sedition amongst men, famine. You know, the different truck routes that are going, you know, all that's just gonna come to naught. Okay? All that shit, you know, so you gotta measure the time diligently. Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Good. Yeah. Good, Papa. Yeah. You good, man? How you been? You good?
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
Adios.
Adios. Okay, brother.
Amen.
Amen. All right, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 9 and verse 16. The Lord is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hand. Gideon Salah. Okay? Yeah, the wicked is snared in the work of his own hands, man. Esau think his plan's gonna work, his plan's not gonna work. Okay? He's gonna fall on his own sword. Okay? The Lord created a smith that blow up the coals in the fire. And Esau think he created the smith. He created that nuclear missile. There it is, the Lord created you to create something for him to destroy you. It's perfect, it's beautiful. It's poetic what the Lord's doing. How all this is gonna play out is gonna be beautiful, man. Okay? Psalms 9 and 17, the wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget the Most High. Yeah, the wicked, talking about Esau, Edom, and the Edomites, they're going to be turned into hell. They're going to be turned into a burning pit of fire. Okay, to those thermonuclear missiles. Just like crash in the ancient times. Okay? You're going to die from that. Okay? Ooh. Let's jump over the stone. The book of Psalms, chapter 149 and verse 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. This is talking about in the kingdom. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand. Okay, a two-edged sword literally going to be in their hand in the kingdom. To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. Yeah, execute vengeance upon the heathen, because the heathen have been, they've been the main reason against you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Okay, you look at the different slave trades. You look at the different, the history, the accounts of how they were treated in their land. You know, you learn about Puerto Rico, Christopher Columbus, the conquistadors, all these oppressors, what they did to y'all, your families, your kids, your wives, the different philosophies they done forced down your throat, especially the Native Americans. They had schools that I forgot what they called them. I can't think of the word right now. They had schools where they pretty much re-educated the Native Americans. You know, and nowadays the Native Americans, they go by what the so-called white man calls them. Because y'all, and it's so sad. The damn Native Americans, they celebrate Thanksgiving. How ironic is that? Where do they get that way of thinking? Why would they celebrate something like that? Okay, that's that indoctrination by this devil, man. That's why you can't have no control over your kids, man. So you be educating them. Got them celebrating their own slaughter. And I know that for a fact, because I talked to this Native American. I had picked up this Native American. I never met a Native American, honestly. I probably have. A lot of people don't know who they are, but she was like, looked Native American, knew she was Native American, and you know, I mean, like, I can't say that. I met people that are Native American, but this one she kind of looked like one of those ancient. She had those features. I don't know, you know. And she told me she celebrates Thanksgiving, man, and something in my spirit just, she made me sad as hell. She celebrates Thanksgiving, man. A Native American celebrating Thanksgiving, man. That's a disgrace for the so-called white man. And he's gonna die for that, and he's gonna go into slavery for that. All right? Because he got all of our people celebrating that wicked ass holiday. Everybody, and that's your brother, that's your sister, man. That's your blood, that's your family. We're gonna have a Thanksgiving for your ass, Esau. So book of Psalms 149, 7, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. Bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. They're gonna lock you up. Okay? So you're gonna put chains on your legs, your feet, and your arms. Have you walking in a line, beating you over the head with a rod. Right? Messing you up. It's gonna be the hardest rulership you ever seen, this world has ever seen. Because now you're being ruled by people who are actually stronger than you. Nothing like getting whipped by a so-called white man and he's a fucking devil, little weak ass devil whipping you. Now imagine Jake whipping your ass with that belt, and your skin ain't even built for that. You weren't built for that. You weren't built for that type of punishment. That's why it's going to be hell for you. You weren't built to be picking cotton in heat like that. Okay? And when you look into picking cotton, man, that shit, they got these thorns that you go into, and it hurts. It hurts your hand. You know, you can't really, you gotta be, you know, and he used to make you rush. So, you know, Jake's hands were messed up, pricked through, blood. You're gonna get that same treatment. But worse. Because we're gonna know everything about that spirit that's in you, man. We're gonna really have the Lord's vengeance on us. Psalms 149 and 9, to execute upon them the judgment written, this honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord. Yeah, that's right. And who are the saints? Okay? The saints are the Israelites. Okay? The saints ain't Esau, Edom on a horse in knight armor, you know. That's not him, man. That's not his role. He's the devil. Okay? He's the devil. And that's just what it is. The book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 9. Any man have an ear, let him hear He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Yeah, we have hope in this, man. That we're gonna put your ass in slavery. That we're gonna kill you with the sword. Man. That's our faith. We think this is gonna happen. That's our hope. That's what we pray for. Cause you the real crooks. You're the real crook of the world, and your ass need to be locked up. Your whole line, from grandma to all the way down to the newborn babe, man. Fetters and chains of iron. You deserve it, and that's gonna be your reward. That's gonna be your recompense for all the wickedness you've done on this earth. To all people, even to the heathen. Even though the heathen going into slavery, when their outcomes, they gonna make it out of that. They gonna have some hope there. They gonna be like, damn, this is tough. But you know when you got a bid, but you got a date. You know, you're like, shit, man. You know, I got to do 5 in a day, but you know, got 3 years in, 2 more. You know, you start feeling a little bit. There's some hope at the end of the tunnel. But when you know you're on death row. No hope at the end of that tunnel, man. Esau's on death row, man. Death row for 1,000 years. Okay? Esau is on death row for 1,000 years. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30 and verse 7. Lord, thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Yeah, exactly. All these curses on the people of the nations that persecuted you. You're going to put all these curses on them. And if you don't know what some of those curses are, you can go to Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, and read them down. Your brother should have an evil eye towards your brother. All right? You're going to be cursed when you leave the city. You're going to be cursed in the city. You're going to be cursed when you leave the house and everything, man. You know, roughly paraphrasing. A lot of these things you got to deal with. A lot of these things are going to be put on Esau. Okay? Being scattered. We're going to ship you to different countries.